let's run it. Charts up, we love it. Backpack, we done it. GM, good morning, we run it. Sunrise hits like a highlight reel. Coffee poured, yeah, this grind feel real. Wallet looking healthy like a post-gym meal. Crypto fam locked in, no off-day deals. Throwing shade, now we throw confetti. Market bounce back, hands strong, we steady. Dreams too big, so the doubts feel petty. Bull mode hitting, hope you're ready. We ain't stressing, we pressing, blessing the session. Turn every rejection to fuel for progression. Charts look clean, yeah, the vibe is a weapon. We build every day, this is compounding lessons. GM, we rise, we go. Good morning, crypto, steal the show. GM, get hype, let's grow. Another day up, yeah, we glow. Hands to the sky like let's get paid. Chase big goals, not just upgrades. GM bowl energy all day. Smile up, we're built this way. No fear, just flips and vibes. Turning old dreams into real life strides. Hard days hit, we don't divide. Team eats together when the market rides. Tap in early, that sunrise hustle. Bear tried to break us, couldn't touch muscle. Stack small wins, that's compound muscle. Every new block, another flex, no struggle. Climb fast, no breaks, no doubt. Big cheers when the green breaks out. Crypto fam in the chat, full shout. We don't clock in, we break out. Oh, 3 a.m. we rise, we go. Good morning, crypto, steal the show. GM, get hype, let's grow. Every candle's just fuel, let's blow. We don't watch life, we make waves. Another sunrise, another brave day. GM fam, let's go be great. Good morning, crypto. Press play. Wake up, smile, send it.
Some good, some food in you. Step 3, you grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the morning into your edge and financial freedom. Today, I've got something that I thought was quite fascinating that I'd like to talk about today. You know, we've talked a lot about AI. AI is extremely big. There's been a lot of money dumped into it, but something that doesn't get talked about enough that is AI adjacent is going to be automation and robotics. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some stocks to keep your eye on, because once you got AI, the AI is going to need some bodies. So let's get over to that stock heat map to get you prepped for some success today before we dive into all of that news. So we are seeing a little bit of some movements this morning. We've got Apple sitting up 0.25%. We've got Nvidia up 1.02. We've got Berkshire Hathaway down 0.09. We've got Amazon up 0.33. Eli Lilly sitting up 1.27. We've got ExxonMobil down 0.28. We've got Tesla sitting up 0.29. We've got P&G down 0.37. Microsoft sitting up 0.21. We've got Google sitting up 0.65. And Meta sitting up 0.4. We've got a stock request, LFS. We can take a look at that as well. Let's get over to the crypto side of things, because we've got some movements over there as well. not green, but we've got some movements. We've got a lot of red bubbles over here. Not massive red bubbles, but we've got some red bubbles. We are seeing just a little bit of green on the hourly though. We've got Bitcoin down 0.6%. We've got Ethereum down 0.9, up 0.3 on the hourly though. We've got XRP down 1.2, BNB down 1.3. We've got Solana sitting down 2.6. We've got Tron sitting up 0.3. We've got Doge sitting down a full percent right now. Cardano down 1.5. Chainlink also sitting down a percent. We've got Hyperliquid down 0.3. Bitcoin Cash sitting up 0.8. We've got Stellar Lumens up, down 1.1. Leo token holding quite steady, up 0.1%. We've got HBAR down 1.4, seeing just a little bit of green on that hourly. We've got Litecoin sitting down 0.8, Shui sitting down 1.4. We've got those fear and greed meters looking just a little bit fearful. Stock side up just a little bit, 232. We've got the crypto side of things down 2 points though, sitting in extreme fear. You know, I said that was coming on Monday, not too surprising there, and looking like we're doing that while we maintain at least some key levels we called out before. We've got quite a bit of liquidity to the top side. Let me get that adjusted to 0.8. That is that area I really like to see because we get a better view of that liquidity. We've got quite a bit sitting directly underneath us. We have started to grab some of that top side liquidity this morning. You can see we got that move directly up to it, rejected off of it, and now we're starting to chip away at some of that top side liquidity. That ranges all the way up to 105,600, so keep your eyes on that level. We do have a little bit directly towards the downside though. That is going to be 102,300 all the way down to 101,900. So a nice little area directly above us where we can very, very easily grab up some of that liquidity, and then we'll have to see if we make our way all the way back down to that downside or if we hold some of our key levels here. We've got just a little bit of liquidity starting to show up on this 3-day as well. Bottom side has quite the nice range, that area we talked about on that 24-hour. We've also got some starting at 107,500. Have to zoom this on out a little bit further, take a look at that 1 week, because that 1 week really shows us where that top side liquidity is. We did grab up some of that when we got that move towards the upside, but we left some of it open for us to grab later. So we'll see if we get that move towards the upside, grab out some of that liquidity at 107, almost 800 there. So let's get this zoomed out to the 2 week. Take that look real quick, and then we'll hop over to that Bitcoin chart, say good morning to everyone in the chats. Let's see if the 2 week loads. Sometimes it doesn't. There we go. We've got that liquidity at 107,500 like we were talking about, and we've also got another hotspot directly above that at 112,200, and it ranges all the way down to 111,300. Nice little range up at the top side to really come up and grab some liquidity. We've started to make those higher lows on that higher term time frame, and we will see if we can hold some of these key areas here or if we're going to make our way back to the downside. There's quite a bit of liquidity underneath us. Let's get that Bitcoin chart pulled on up here. And say good morning to everyone in the chat. We had several people sliding on in here right as the show was getting started. We got Jay first in the chat this morning. We got Jesse Gluck and JR. Good morning to all of you. Hope you're having a great day so far. We got Steve Hickey in the house. Good morning. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Donato Cabrera. Good morning. We've got Deborah Saramento. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. We've got Chris Klein in the chat. Good morning. We don't see you here very often this early, but I'm glad you made it. This is going to be a nice show to see where we might put some money during this bear market that is coming quite soon. So a lot of money can be moved over to some stocks to at least keep making some money while we wait on the bear market bottoms and starting to invest back into some crypto. We got Curtis Hill in here. Good morning to you. Let's see who else we got in here. We got All Set in the chat. Good morning. We've got Alexandra Guimarães. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too hard. He said, good afternoon. You must be over on the other side of the world. So good morning, good afternoon to you. Let's see, we got 2 viewers over on X so far. Good morning to both of you. We got a few lurkers in the background as well. Good morning to all of you. Let's get this day going. We've got Bitcoin moving up to some key levels that we talked about before. Let's get that zoomed on out. We've got quite a bit of movements towards the upside here as we've started to make those higher lows. This daily is holding the top side of that fair value gap quite nicely, and we've got a little bit of rejection off of our 382 on our fib extensions. We are looking to see if we can get above that. We've got a resistance area at 106.100. You can see those very equal candle bodies here on the daily rejected off of that level. That'll be an area we want to start closing some candles on top of. We are still seeing that nice sideways momentum coming in on these oscillators here. We're just waiting on some daily money flow. So we do have on this higher term time frame still making those lower highs and lower lows here. This is the area we're kind of looking for a little bit of a switch up. Definitely have that ability to continue to move towards the upside if you start seeing some money flow on the shorter term time frame. That was what we were looking for last week, and we're looking for that continuation this week as well. We've got that MACD looking quite nice for some upside movements if we can start getting that money flow coming on in. We've got that MACD line breaking to the top side of our indicator line right now. We are still sitting below that 0 line, so we will need quite a bit of money flow coming on in to really pick up some of that momentum on the MACD line, really get us above that 0 line. We do have the money flow sitting on the red here on the daily, but we're getting that nice little switch up from heavy red on the prime oscillator to light red. So just keep your eye on some of that money flow. See if we can get above that 106.100. Could really get some strong moves towards the upside there. We talked about an area where we might see some resistance last week. That was that 107.300 area. We got a little bit of a move above that. That was the bottom side of this daily fair value gap. We came quite in line with that bottom side. Got a little move into the fair value gap, but now we're waiting to see if we can get that strength to break into that. We've got our 4-hour fair value gap drawn out here. Let's get that 4-hour pulled on up here because we're seeing some nice signals here as well. That MACD holding that 0 line here. We're getting that nice curvature back towards the upside. We're also getting that on our prime oscillator. We're just waiting on some money flow. That selling pressure has slowed down quite a bit here. Your volume has started to pick back up as well. So some nice signs here if we can get above that 106.100 to see some bullish moves towards the upside. We've got Dutchy in the chat this morning. Good morning to you. We've got K Diggity in here as well. Good morning. This London session has saw quite a bit of some strong moves towards the upside, directly towards that 382, where we started to see just a little bit of resistance, but the higher term time frames are looking nice for some continuation towards the upside. We will have to get above the top side of 106.100, where we see all of that sell pressure stepping on in here. You can see the nice large wicks above it. Every single time we get above it, we start to get those red candles as well. So a lot of sell pressure at 106.100. Let's take a look at this hourly here. Hourly at that point where you could see just a little bit of some pullback to see us at least hold some of these lows down here where we got those very equal candle wicks, and we've got that nice little wick off of here 104 200. That'd be an area to see some bouncing. If we get a little bit of some pullback there, would give you that nice cool off on the hourly. We could just see some nice sideways momentum directly underneath our 382 though, instead of a nice little pullback, and then get that money flow coming on in our New York session. We are seeing just a little bit of toppiness here on the prime oscillator. Money flow trying to break back into green, and volume just starting to pick back up. So watch that money flow as we get this increase of volume. Could definitely get that strong move towards the upside here. 15-minute and the morning looking just a little bit toppy as well, but with the sideways momentum underneath our 382 there, we're getting that nice little cool off of the prime oscillator. So that is what I was talking about on that hourly as well. You could see just a little more sideways momentum coming on in, cool that prime oscillator off just a little bit more. We've got that MACD getting that curvature and sideways momentum. We'll kind of have to see if it gets that break below the indicator line, or if we just continue to run a little sideways here before we get that nice little break towards the upside. 106 100 is that resistance area I'm kind of looking for. If we can turn that into some support, would be a nice little move to watch for, because that can give us that move up to $108,000 and that 4-hour fair value gap we talked about earlier. We've got Redmond in the house this morning. Good morning to you. Let's scroll on up. We got Robert Mulligan in here as well. Good morning. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. We did have a few things to go on over on the news side of things that tie into our topic for today, which was Rise of the Machines and investing in automation and robotics. So, Industrial Robot Research Report of 2025, moving from automation to autonomy, humanoid, collaborative, and AI-driven robotics reshape manufacturing as BMW, Mercedes, and Tesla pilot factory deployments. So we've heard a lot about automation in the car industry. We've also been seeing that in a lot of other industries as well. We won't dive too far into this article, but this was just a small little sector that we were kind of looking at. A lot of other articles are just like this one, where you're starting to see not just like cars get automation, you're seeing factories get automation, and that next big push, like we saw with Amazon, is going to be those humanoid robots that are able to perform a task. Amazon has already rolled out a whole warehouse where there's just a few people in there, and it's mostly just robots doing all the jobs. You've got tracks that carry the boxes from one place to another. The robot grabs the box, turns around, puts it on the tracks roll the box down to the next spot. A robot picks up the box, puts it where it needs to go. That is the trend that we are watching for. So we got a whole AI automation and robotics list here. If you got your notepad out, you might want to take a look at a few of these. I am invested in a healthcare one, so we will talk about that one here in a little bit. But we've got ABB for industrial automation and robotics. We've got ROK, Rockwell Automation, also an industrial robotics company. We've got Amazon. Amazon has a whole robotics line. As we talked about, they've got a lot of warehouses that they are looking to get people out of and robots into. So that is the trend there. We've got Symbiotic. This is one that I was talking about in the background with LBC. He asked me for some manufacturing companies. This one is a biggie to keep your eye on. That ticker is SYM. It is Symbiotic. They deal in warehouse automation. It has been on an absolute tear this year. Missed out on it, but I did get in on a different one. We've got Zebra Technologies. This deals with logistics, so shipping. We've got STRC, Sacros Technology and Robotics. They deal in exoskeletons and industrial robotics. This will be a big key sector. Once you want to start putting AI into a robot form, you need those exoskeletons, especially to form that body. We've got iRobot, home robotics. This will be a big sector as well. We've got NVIDIA. They do a little bit of robot stuff as well. We've got Cognex, machine vision. So robots will need to be able to see. So that is a big sector there. We've got Keysight, automation enablers. We've got John Deere, agricultural robotics. They also do a lot in the mining sector as well, where you, instead of having a person go in there and mine things, you have a machine that is just fully automated to do some mining. So that is why John Deere has been on an absolute tear this year as well. They've got a big robotics sector that has been holding them up. We've got AGCO, agricultural automation as well. We've got CNIH. This is autonomous tractors, quite similar to what John Deere's got going on. This is one that I've been keeping my eye on. Intuitive Surgical. They do surgical robotics. So I don't know if you've been keeping your eye on the healthcare sector, but to do more and more surgeries where you don't have to fully cut someone open, they've got robots in there. So instead of training someone to actually, cut the body open, get all in there, they're training them to work on robots. So the robot just does like a micro cut and then is able to get in there and actually do some repairs. So this is one I've been invested in for quite a while. We've got Abbott Labs, medical devices and partial robotics. That is that healthcare sector. Stryker is another one that I'm invested in. Just bought a little bit more yesterday. Surgical robotics, another big push there. We've got Medtronic, surgical robotics as well. We've got Zimmer Biomet, robotic surgery and navigation. We've got Exobionics, exoskeletons. We've got Rewalk robotics. Those are exoskeletons as well. And we've got Open Bionics. It is not directly listed just yet, but I am looking for it to go public here eventually. So quite the list. I will be sharing that in the Discord later. So if you are not a member of that Discord, you are missing out. We will get that full list shared there and we'll continue to build on top of it. So we did have a few companies that we wanted to take a look at. If you got any alt requests, go ahead, or stock requests, go ahead, throw them in the chat for me. Let's get Stryker pulled on up, because that was one of the ones I was talking about here the other day. We got that nice little move down to the 382 on our fib extensions. We're still in a bit of an uptrend here. Nice little sideways range underneath our platinum pocket as we try to gather some strength. We still are in that uptrend though, so looking quite nice. This is a weekly chart just to keep your eye on. We are starting to see some bottoming here on the weekly. We've got a reversal signal, true 7 clipping on out. Let me get that moved over so you can see it. There we go. We've got that reversal signal, true 7 clipping on out. We're just waiting on some money flow. So I've been doing some light buying. Hopefully we can get that nice momentum on the shorter term time frame, really get above that platinum pocket. That is our resistance area up at 401. The area we kind of need to watch for some strong resistance as well is going to be that golden pocket coming in at 383. This daily is also looking quite nice for some strong movements towards the upside. You've got that curvature on your MACD back towards the upside. You've got a double bullish divergence here. You've got a bottoming indicator, third reversal signal really starting to flash here. Just waiting on that money flow here as well. We'll kind of have to see if we can start getting some money flow coming on in. Pre-market opening up exactly where we saw that market close yesterday. Let's see, we've got a few requests here. XAUT. We can take a look at that. Let's see, we got any other requests there? Not seeing them. Y'all having some fun in the chat this morning. All right, let's get to this shorter term time frame here. Take a look at this hourly, because this hourly is seeing just a little bit of some topping signals. We've got that curvature back on that prime oscillator, but the nice thing we're seeing here is going to be our money flow. Money flow about to break above our zero line, could really get that continuation towards the upside with some strength. Looking to hold our highs from back here. That is 364. Let's get that zoomed in a little bit more for you. We've got 364 being that area we're looking to hold. We do have a bit of a gap above us. We will kind of have to keep our eye in. Coming in at 365, that'll be an area to potentially watch for some resistance, but we're seeing quite the bit of momentum towards the upside after we got above the 382 there. Let's get that zoomed on in just a little bit further, see what the morning might be bringing our way. We are seeing just a little bit of toppiness, but this is what we were looking for. This nice strong money flow coming on in here. Could definitely see that continuation towards the upside if we get that bleed over into the higher term time frame. See a few other requests there. We got IAG, we've got Solana, and I guess Popcat. Let's get that one on the list, and we will see what's going on. We had a stock request first. That was LF. So let's take a look at that one, see what's going on with LFS. LaFurus, oh my goodness. Seeing a little bit of some sell-off in the pre-market, not too unexpected after this massive rip towards the upside. Not sure exactly what this company does. It looks to be a little bit new. As you can see, that's the 15-minute chart. You get the hourly pulled on up there. Let's get to the daily. There you go. That's the daily for you. So brand new stock. Let's see what's going on. Commercial services, miscellaneous, engages in sports training, events alliance, and club activity and healthcare activities. So looks like it's tied into the sports sector. We've been seeing that do quite well. Let's get a little bit of a fib pulled on up from the bottom to the top there. See where we might end up. We've got that pre-market trying to hold the 236 on that retracement. Could definitely see some stronger pullback. We saw some resistance at the golden pocket. Might be a nice area to get a little bit of a retest on. That's coming in at $5.79. We will kind of have to see if we get that continued sell off though. Let's see what that hourly was looking like. Hourly money flow is in the green, but could definitely see that pullback as we're seeing reversal signals and overbought signals flashing here on the hourly. And we're getting that nice sell-off in the pre-market. We'll kind of have to see what's going on with that 15-minute. That'll give us a little more information there. We've got that nice little bearish divergence here. Money flow sitting in the green here, but wouldn't take a whole lot for that to get into some selling pressure. So an area I would keep my eye on is going to be that 50% line on our fib retracements, coming in at $7.05 to see if we can get some bouncing in that area if we do see that continued sell-off. That first area I'd potentially look for some bouncing at would be the 382. So we do have $8.36 coming in for that 382 there. A 50% pullback would probably be a little bit healthier though. Really give you that nice strong cool off on all of these time frames. 15-minute really overheated. Hourly was extremely overheated as well. So few areas to the downside to potentially look for that bouncing action at. You've got that pre-market just now selling off a little bit underneath that 236, seeing a little bit of a pullback towards that right now. We'll kind of have to see what happens as that market opens though. That'll create a giant fair value CME gap for you to try to push back into. All right, we had a few crypto requests this morning. Let's get over to Solana first because that's right up there on the list. Let's get Solana, see what we were looking at. Nice little bounce off of 154. That was an area we were potentially looking for. And we're looking to see if we can break above 161. Let's get this zoomed on out. 15-minute is looking just a little bit toppy here. Let's see what that daily is looking like. See if we got that nice ability to get some continuation here. Looking quite similar to Bitcoin here. We've got that nice little MACD line about to break above our indicator line. We've got a bit of sideways momentum on that prime oscillator. The big concern here is this money flow. Let's get that pulled up a little bit higher. As you can see, that money flow is in quite the sell-off. We will kind of have to see if some of this volume can start coming on in as some buying pressure to really absorb some of that Solana sell-off there. Looking like it is in a bit of a sideways range here. We did get that nice little deviation to the top. That was probably a liquidity grab, and we pulled right back down to 154. So we've got a nice little sideways range here to cool off some of those higher time frames. 4 hour is looking like you can get that break towards the upside if you can start seeing some nice strong buying pressure stepping on in. We do have 168 above that being a resistance area. We'll kind of have to see if we can get above 161 this morning and then get some continuation towards the upside. Money flow still sitting a little bit in the red here on the 4 hour. We are seeing that nice volume peak here, and we'll kind of have to see if we can get that hold up of volume. Hourly looking just a little bit iffy here as you've got that sideways momentum coming on in on the prime oscillator and MACD. That money flow sitting in the red here. We'll kind of have to see if we can get above that. Volume's just starting to get that increase here. So we would like to absorb all of this selling pressure here and then get that move up above 161. We do have an area to kind of look for some support. That is going to be 159 on the shorter term time frame. Let's get that zoomed on in just a little bit. Get that horizontal ray drawn on up for the short term time frame there. That is our area we don't want to break below. Looks like we've got two bounces there this morning. We will see if we get that dip below it. Would look back to the 50% line and 157 for a little bit of bouncing action on that one. 15-minute in the morning is running sideways on top of 159.50. As we try to cool this 15-minute off, we are seeing that increase of money flow. So nice little sideways area to keep running on top of to get that cool off so we can get above 161 with some strength. If you don't hold that, looking back to the 50 would be that move to watch for. 157.84. That was Solana for you. Let's take a look at AIG. What's going on with one of Ada Ace's favorites there? We got crypto. Let's get to IGON. Look at that. We saw that resistance at 13 cents. We tried to hold that for some support there, but then immediately saw the sell off drop below the 236 there. We're trying to make our way back above what was support right now. We're seeing just a little bit of toppiness on that 15-minute. So let's get that zoomed on out. Take a look, see what the 4 hour is doing here. Seeing that nice sideways momentum on that MACD, getting that curvature on the prime oscillator as well. We'll see if we can get back above the 236 there. We do have a little bit of an area above that to potentially look for, 1282. So that's an area just above the 236 to potentially see just a little bit of some resistance there. JR is the real Slim Shady. No, he's not. No. That is Sacrament there. Jesse, there's only one Slim Shady, and that is the Eminem. Let's see what's going on. We had another request, Ray. Let's see if we got some time. We will take a look at Ray. If not, we will take a look at it another day. Oh, Fartcoin went up. Let's price everything with it. Not. Oh my goodness, y'all are some degens. All right, let's see if we can get back up to the 236 there. We're seeing some bottoming indicators on the 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let's see what that hourly is looking like. Hourly getting that move towards the upside as well. We will kind of have to see if we can get that momentum to break back above our 0 line on that 4 hour. Let MACD, that prime oscillator is at an area where you could start to see some toppiness. We do have some higher lows on the macro and some higher highs as well. Nice little uptrend. We will kind of have to see if we can get that continuation above the 236 there to get that move back towards 1381. That is that area where we tried to hold for some support. We did not hold that, so seeing that come in as some resistance might be the move to watch for. We do have that area above the 236 as well, basically 13 cents, where we could see just a little bit of resistance at before we get that nice little cool off. So 15-minute is looking just a little bit toppy here to see us get a little bit of sideways momentum here. Not too unexpected. We're getting some curvature on that MACD. We've got a bearish divergence and that curvature on the prime oscillator as well. Seeing a little bit of some sideways momentum on top of 1220. We are getting that little bit of a push towards the upside, but to see it come back down, get a little more sideways momentum on that would not be too unexpected unless we see some crazy money flow coming on in on New York Open. All right, we had XAUT. Let's get a look at that one. XAUT, see what's going on there. We've got gold perpetual contracts, so we could just take a look at gold as well, see what's going on with that. Let's see what's going on. We got that nice little move up to an area we were looking for some resistance at. That was 4,155. Let's see if that's similar there. Yeah. So pretty much in line with that gold price there. So we are looking for a little bit of a move towards the upside here. We held that one line on our fib extensions. That was an area we were looking for some support at. We do have the 1 hour looking quite nice for a break towards the upside if you can continue to see this money flow coming on in. If not, we are looking like we've got those very equal highs. So I would like to sweep that first, and then we'll see if we can get that move back towards the downside there. We do have some strong support directly below us at 4,100, so that's an area to kind of watch for below that one line. That was a nice little deviation below it, and then we've got that nice little double bottom there. So we've got equal highs towards the upside to sweep and equal highs towards the downside to sweep. We'll kind of have to see if this was actually our peak seeker that came on in and we get a little more cool off. We would have to break below 4,100 to see that nice little bouncing action at about 4,072 there. Let's see what the 15-minute and the morning are looking like here. We're getting some nice curvature back towards the upside on that MACD line. Prime oscillator also getting the curvature back towards the upside, but it is sitting in the red. So to see us get that sweep towards the upside and then see that resistance all over again might be the move to watch for, and then we'll see if we get back to $4,100 unless you start seeing some crazy money flow coming on in for some gold there. Let's see what's going on with PopCat. And then we got some time for Ray as well. So let's see PopCat. Let's see. I know I've looked at it before. I guess not on this one. This is that Coinbase one. Let's see what's going on. Nice little move towards the downside with the rest of the crypto markets there. Let's see if we got something with some more history. PopCat, US dollar on Bitstamp has a little more history there. Let's see, PopCat, Bybit, better history. There we go. We'll go with that Bybit chart there. We do have that with those nice equal bottoms down here at 1224. Let's get that horizontal ray drawn on up for you so you can see that nice area of support. We are all the way back down to the bottoms, so pretty much have nowhere to go but up unless you continue to see some sell-off. You're getting some nice little bottoming indicators on the daily. You do have an area directly below that where we saw that bouncing as well, 7 cents. We will see if we can get some support in that area. If we don't hold 12.3, that is that area to kind of watch to see if we break below. We're getting that nice little bounce above it. But we are seeing some resistance at the highs, 17.6. So let's get that horizontal ray drawn on up there. That is that resistance area to kind of keep your eye on. See if we can get above. We saw that move up towards it, and then we're seeing just a little bit of sell pressure there. Let's get our fibs pulled on up for our local range from the highs to the low. We've got the 236 coming in just above our local resistance there. Let's get that locked so we don't move them. We'll kind of have to see if we can get the move above the 236. We do have a resistance area above that coming in at 25.5 cents. So let's get that horizontal ray drawn on up as well. Get that magnet gone. There we go. That would be that next little area to watch for some resistance at above the 236. We are getting some nice curvature towards the upside. We'll have to break above our local resistance first though. Let's make that a shorter term time frame one so we know that it's just a local resistance area to get above. We could see some resistance at that area, get a little bit of some cool off. Daily is looking quite nice. We've got two bottoming indicators, a reversal signal and a double bullish divergence. So we do need to get above that local resistance first, and then we can get that move towards the upside there. Let's see what's going on those shorter term time frames. Hourly ranging a little bit sideways in our area here. We did get that nice little deviation below, probably a grab up of liquidity. You can see it was below that candle body there, so nice little grab of liquidity. We do see that MACD getting that move towards the upside and starting to see just a little bit of sideways momentum stepping on in, but it's still pointed pretty much directly towards the upside. Prime oscillator also getting that sideways momentum coming on in here. Money flow in the green, so we'll kind of have to see if we can get that continuation of money flow. We'll watch that shorter term time frame money flow. It is slowing up just a little bit here as we approach that resistance area. The area to kind of see some bouncing at is going to be down here at about 15.3 to about 15.7. So let's get those horizontal rays drawn up for a short-term time frame bounce. You can see that was resistance there, and then we have this area coming on in here at 15.7. So we will get that drawn from here. So a few areas to kind of look for some bouncing at towards the downside. If we continue to see that resistance, we're holding up this area quite nicely. That was 16.50. To see that break with how toppy that hourly was looking might not be too unexpected there. That was PopCat for you. Let's take a quick look at Ray, and then we'll wind the show on down. JR saying he was in a short short mad. Canton coin. We'll put that one on the list for tomorrow. We got maybe a Band-Aid in the house. We got French toaster as well. Good morning to all of you. Hope you're having a great day so far. Why I don't mess with poop coins before coffee. Oh my goodness, JR. You could just not mess with poop coins at all. Bitcoin does pretty well if you up the leverage. Let's see what's going on with some Ray. But you do a pretty good job with your trading. So everyone trades differently. Poop coins are not for me. We got $1.61 for some radium. We are holding below the 1618 on our fib retracement there. Dang, strong sell-off on some radium. Let's get that pulled on up there. You can see that 1618 came in as a support area. We've got lots of resistance directly above us, just above bear market lows. So nice strong sell-off on some radium. I was not expecting that. Haven't looked at radium in forever. Let's see what's going on. We would have to get above $1.93 to really see some strong movements towards the upside there. Let's get that horizontal ray drawn on out. $1.94. No, let's get it moved on up a little bit more. There we go. $1.96. So that's that area to kind of watch us get above on the higher term time frame. We are seeing quite a bit of resistance at the lows from back here. That was $1.63. So we've got that to get above first. Equal candle bodies, some nice little wicks there as well. So that's that first resistance area to really get above. We deviated towards the downside there. Nice little grab up of some liquidity. We are starting to see 163 come in as some resistance, but we are seeing just a little bit of bullishness here on the daily for that MACD. We've got it above the indicator line, getting some curvature towards the upside. We are seeing a little bit of sideways momentum coming on in on that prime oscillator. Got some nice volume here, so we'll kind of have to see if we can get some money flow coming on in on the shorter term time frame. We've got very, very big candle bodies here on the daily, and we will have to see if we can get that to continue here on the shorter term time frame. You are seeing that resistance come in at 163 here on the hourly. You are ranging just a little bit underneath that resistance. We'll kind of have to see if we can get that continuation, because that MACD is above our zero line here. It is still pointed pretty high towards the upside there. So to see a little bit of sell-off, not too unexpected. To see some bouncing at $1.55 might be something to watch for. Let's get that short-term time frame area drawn on up there. 155, almost 156 there. This will be a higher term time frame area. Let's get that thicker there, and this is a little bit thicker as well. There we go. That's going to be our heavier resistance. As you can see, we've seen quite the sell-off above 163. We will kind of have to see if we can get that bouncing action at 155, cool off those oscillators. Let's see what's going on with the 15-minute and the morning. Wrong, that's the 10-minute. There we go. Some toppiness here as well on that 15-minute, getting that break below our indicator line on the MACD, starting to print a red candle on the histogram, but nice and cooled off for that prime oscillator. So we'll have to see if we can hold up some of this volume here, get some money flow coming back in at 155.97. That'd be an area to watch for some bouncing at to try to get back above 163. If we don't hold that, looking a little bit further down, we've got 152 coming in as an area to watch for some bouncing at. That was 151. So that's an area to see some bouncing at if we don't hold 155. That'll give you that nice little bounce back. We'd have to see us reclaim 155 and then get back to 163. So a lot of resistance above us. We will have to see if we can get some nice continuation into New York Open. But it is time to wind that show on down. Make sure to tune in to the other shows here on the Piper Academy. We've got that morning market report every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We've also got Trading with OC at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That is the place to be if you like to trade and you like to make some money. But until next time, make sure to wake up, because today's going to be a good day.
Wake up, let's run it. Charts up, we love it. Backpack, we done it. GM, good morning, we run it. Sunrise hits like a highlight reel. Coffee poured, yeah, this grind feel real. Wallet looking healthy like a post-gym meal. Crypto fam locked in, no off-day deals. Throwing shade now we throw confetti. Market bounce back, hands strong, we steady. Dreams too big, so the doubts feel petty. Bull mode hitting, hope you're ready. We ain't stressing, we pressing, blessing the session. Turn every rejection to fuel for progression. Charts look clean, yeah, the vibe is a weapon. We build every day, this is compounding lessons. GM, we rise, we go. Good morning, crypto, steal the show. GM, get hype, let's grow. Another day up, yeah, we glow. Hands to the sky like let's get paid. Chase big goals, not just upgrades. GM bull energy all day. Smile up, we're built this way. No fear, just flips and vibes. Turning old dreams into real life strides. Hard days hit, we don't divide. Team eats together when the market rides. Tap in early, that sunrise hustle. Bear tried to break us, couldn't touch muscle. Stack small wins, that's compound muscle. Every new block, another flex, no struggle. Climb fast, no breaks, no doubt. Big cheers when the green breaks out. Crypto fam in the chat, full shout. We don't clock in, we break out. 3 a.m. we rise, we go. Good morning, crypto, steal the show. GM, get hype, let's grow. Every candle's just fuel, let's blow. We don't watch life, we make waves. Another sunrise, another brave day. GM fam, let's go be great. Good morning, crypto, press play. Wake up, smile.